You have to grow from the inside out. None can teach you, none can make you spiritual, there is no other teacher but your own soul. In a conflict between the heart and the brain, follow your heart. In a day, when you don't come across any problems, you can be sure that you are traveling in a wrong path. The great secret of true success, of true happiness, is this: the man or woman who asks for no return, the perfectly unselfish person, is the most successful. All power is within you, you can do anything and everything. Believe in that, do not believe that you are weak, do not believe that you are half-crazy lunatics, as most of us do nowadays. You can do anything and everything. Without even the guidance of anyone. Stand up and express the divinity within you. The greatest religion is to be true to your own nature. Have faith in yourselves. The greatest sin is to think yourself weak. Anything that makes weak, physically, intellectually, and spiritually, reject it as poison. Dare to be free, dare to go as far as your thought leads, and dare to carry that out in your life. We are what our thoughts have made us, so take care about what you think. Words are secondary. Thoughts live, they travel far. Be not afraid of anything. You will do marvelous work. It is fearlessness that brings heaven even in a moment. Arise, awake, stop not till the goal is reached. They alone live, who live for others. All love is expansion, all selfishness is contraction. Love is therefore the only law of life. He who loves lives, he who is selfish is dying. Therefore love for love's sake, because it is the only law of life, just as you breathe to live. You cannot believe in God until you believe in yourself. Neither seek nor avoid, take what comes. Strength is life, weakness is death, expansion is life, contraction is death, love is life, hatred is death. Feel nothing, know nothing, do nothing, have nothing, give up all to God, and say utterly, Thy will be done. We only dream this bondage. Wake up and let it go. Comfort is no test of truth. Truth is often far from being comfortable. The fire that warms us can also consume us, it is not the fault of the fire. Learn everything that is good from others, but bring it in, and in your own way absorb it, do not become others. Was there ever a more horrible blasphemy than the statement that all the knowledge of God is confined to this or that book? How dare men call God infinite? And yet try to compress him within the covers of a little book. Do one thing at a time, and while doing it, put your whole soul into it, to the exclusion of all else. We are responsible for what we are, and whatever we wish ourselves to be, we have the power to make ourselves. If what we are now has been the result of our own past actions, it certainly follows that whatever we wish to be in the future, can be produced by our present actions, so we have to know how to act. Whatever you think that you will be, if you think yourself weak, weak you will be, if you think yourself strong, you will be. Ask nothing, want nothing in return. Give what you have to give, it will come back to you. But do not think of that now. All differences in this world are of degree, and not of kind, because oneness is the secret of everything. Each work has to pass through these stages: ridicule, opposition, and then acceptance. Those who think ahead of their time are sure to be misunderstood. A fool may buy all the books in the world, and they will be in his library, but he will be able to read only those that he deserves to. We reap what we sow, we are the makers of our own fate. The wind is blowing, those vessels whose sails are unfurled, catch it, and go forward on their way, but those which have their sails furled, do not catch the wind. Is that the fault of the wind? We make our own destiny. Condemn none. If you can stretch out a helping hand, do so. If you cannot, fold your hands, bless your brothers, and let them go their own way. Books are infinite in number and time is short. The secret of knowledge is to take what is essential. Take that and try to live up to it. Believe in yourself and the world will be at your feet. All the powers in the universe are already ours. It is we who have put our hands before our eyes and cry that it is dark. The world is the great gymnasium where we come to make ourselves strong. The only religion that ought to be taught is the religion of fearlessness. Either in this world or in the world of religion, it is true that fear is the sure cause of degradation and sin. It is fear that brings misery, fear that brings death, fear that breeds evil. And what causes fear? Ignorance of our own nature. The whole life is a succession of dreams. My ambition is to be a conscious dreamer, that is all. Each soul is potentially divine. The goal is to manifest this divinity by controlling nature, external and internal. Do this either by work, or worship, or psychic control, or philosophy, by one, or more, or all of these, and be free. This is the whole of religion. Doctrines, or dogmas, or rituals, or books, or temples, or forms, are but secondary details. Take risks in your life. If you win, you can lead. If you lose, you can guide. Education is the manifestation of perfection already existing in man. Sri Ramakrishna used to say, "As long as I live, so long do I learn." That man or that society which has nothing to learn, is already in the jaws of death. The greatest truths are the simplest things in the world, simple as your own existence. Where can we go to find God if we cannot see Him in our own hearts, and in every living being? Desire, ignorance, and inequality, this is the trinity of bondage. Do not believe a thing, because you have read about it, in a book. Do not believe a thing because another man has said it was true. Do not believe in words, because they are hallowed by tradition. Find out the truth for yourself. Reason it out. That is realization. There is no limit to the power of the human mind. The more concentrated it is, the more power is brought to bear on one point. All knowledge that the world has ever received comes from the mind. The infinite library of the universe is in our own mind. Things do not grow better, they remain as they are. It is we who grow better, by the changes we make in ourselves. Astrology and all these mystical things are generally signs of a weak mind. Therefore, as soon as they are becoming prominent in our minds, we should see a physician, take good food, and rest. The very reason for nature's existence is for the education of the soul. The brain and muscles must develop simultaneously. Iron nerves with an intelligent brain, and the whole world is at your feet. The cheerful mind perseveres, and the strong mind hews its way through 1,000 difficulties.